guys, it is Kai Plays here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video on why I dislike Battlefield 4. Now, I do have a Battlefield 4 gameplay in the background, as I do not have anything else recorded at this point in time, and also it is on the PC, so my point of views may vary from yours. And as you just heard, a Facebook message went off. I did have Facebook open at this point in time, and I did get two messages, one just then, and I'll get another one soon in this video. But I'd also like to state that before I start this video, don't get me wrong, Battlefield 4 is a gorgeous game. I absolutely love the textures of it and how it looks, but I simply do not like how it plays out. And in this video, I will explain to you why. Okay, now first up, we have the netcode. Now for those of you who don't know what the netcode is, the netcode is basically the hit detection. Now, in this video here that I'm showing you, it's not bad. It's reasonably well. But in most games I have found, I will be aiming, say, with a sniper, I'll be aiming on the person, they'll be standing still. I'll hold my breath, scope perfectly on them, no hit detection at all. And I find this a lot, as you can see right there actually, I was shooting dead on him. Maybe it was just from the recoil from getting hit by someone else. But other than that, I did only go about 2 hit markers on him, and I had him direct in my sights. Now, I find this a lot with people who I play with as well. I'll be playing with them, and they will not be able to get any hits at all. And I believe this is a general problem in the public, and it is recognised by the public of the Battlefield gamers. I'm not too fussed about it, as long as it's not to the point of being unplayable, I can deal with it, and that's fine. Now, on to the next point. To me, Battlefield 4 doesn't feel as fast-paced and action-packed as what it did to Battlefield 3. To me, gameplay in this feels really slow, like there's not much action, and you're running around and, say, driving a tank or something, it feels really sluggish. And I personally do not like that. But it could just be my personal opinions to this, like I said. You could have different opinions toward this, but that's just how I'm feeling towards it at this point in time. Now, in saying that, when Battlefield 3 came out, I got it on launch day, and well, I never really liked it from the beginning. I sort of went back to the Call of Duties and played them. And then after about, say, a year or so, I liked Battlefield 3 because for some reason it wasn't as good on launch days as what it was to after a year when they've done all of these updates, which I find will probably be the same with Battlefield 4, which will probably happen. I'll probably not play it for, say, 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 months. Maybe wait for the next few updates to come out, and then when they come out, I'll probably find that Battlefield 4 is one of the best games I have actually played. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it's a gorgeous game and I love it to death. Now, next topic of this. I find that the maps in this game, compared to Battlefield 3, aren't thought out and planned as well. Like, for example, Operation Locker. That map is just complete, utter, like, clustered map. There's one section of it where there's, like, jail cell doors and prison bars, right? And most of you would know if you've played Battlefield 4, but you'll just walk out there, and then all of a sudden you've been shot by, say, 5 different people. You cannot get past that point at all, because the whole enemy team just sits there, and it's just because the map's so compressed, you can get camped on so hard, and it really depends on which team you're on. If you're on a team that knows how to play well and team-like, you're most likely going to be on that side. But if you're on the team that just plays aggressively, you're most likely going to get stuck in your spawn and not be able to get out. Which I don't really like, because I'm not more of a conquest type player. I'm more of a domination, team deathmatch, and rush, as I like. Sorry about that. I like all the close quarters, like head-on action sort of game times where there's not as much space. But I don't mind the occasional conquest. Conquest is a good game mode, but for my personal preference, I prefer domination. Now, another thing which I can't really explain myself, but I don't really like the physics of this game. For some reason, the physics just don't seem right like they did in Battlefield 3. Now, you're probably going to go, oh, that's not true, you know, Battlefield 4 is so much better, but I just find the mechanics of how everything works in Battlefield 4 to not be as superior as they were in Battlefield 3. It's hard to explain. I can't really. I just feel like they're not as good as they were to the previous Battlefield. That's all I can really say about that point. So if you have any questions, just ask me. Okay. Then the next one, which is a really tough one as well. I do it a lot. My friends do it a lot. Nearly everyone probably does this in Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4. Sorry about that. But what actually happens is the bullet trace. Like you'll be aiming on someone or above them, and the bullet trace will go above them, so you think, oh, the bullet's gone straight and not dropped. So then you aim up. Sorry, no, you aim down where you think the bullet trace is going to go straight, where the bullet still drops. Well, because that bullet trace is there, you think it's following the trace, but it actually doesn't. It drops before the trace. So the trace goes straight ahead while the bullet is still dropping, which I find to be very unreliable in long-range sniping situations, which I have done it before. I was sitting there, and there was this guy on top of a building, right? Or, yeah, on top of a building, and I aimed on him, or above him like I would Battlefield 3, you know, bullet drop, yep, so I did that. And I saw that the trace from the bullet had actually gone above him, so I was like, oh, that there's no bullet drop anymore, so I aimed dead on him, and I still didn't hit him, but the bullet trace went into him, and I was confused. And that's when I realised the trace doesn't actually follow the bullet. The bullet drops before the trace does, which is very unreliable if you're new to the game. And then, finally, the last topic of this is the bullet drop itself. I don't seem to find that the bullet drop is as reliable as it was in Battlefield 3. I find that the bullet drop is not consistent like it was. Like, if you're aiming above someone, the bullet might not drop into them. It might go below them or above them. Whereas in Battlefield 3, the bullet drop was very consistent. All the time, it would aim. If you'd aim above them, it would 95% of the time, it would hit them if you had a good aim. Where I find in Battlefield 4, that doesn't actually happen. If you are aiming above them, even whilst holding your breath, without the sway of the scope, the bullet will still go side to side, or it'll miss them from, you know, different angles. Now, that's all I really have to say for this video. I'm going to leave you at this. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please like, rate and subscribe. Thank you, and enjoy.